Okay, let's be honest here. You don't want to be loved. It's not love that you want. What you want is to be validated. What you want is for someone to pick you out of the crowd and say, "You, I see your value. I see who you are. I choose you. You're important. You mean something." That's what you want. You're craving something, and that is something that is out of your control, and that only makes you want it more. That's the sick thing about it. The fact that you believe it's out of your grasp and it's something that you can't control makes you want it even fucking more. But I want you to know something. This validation that you want, this feeling of being chosen, this feeling of, feeling valuable because someone wants you and someone desires you, this is something that you can control and something you can give to yourself. Because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. There's no amount of validation that you can get from, whether it's friends, family, women, maybe your boss at work. There's no amount of someone saying you're a good person, you're good, I choose you, that's going to give you that feeling that you're chasing. Especially when it's someone that, that you feel like you have to work for. You have to work for that love. You have to earn that love. You have to earn that validation. That makes you want it even more. And it's probably because, if we're being honest, that's the way that you've been raised. You've been raised in a situation where you've had to fight and earn validation from your parents, maybe from your friends, from your teacher, whoever it is in your life. You've had to have this mindset where I'm not good enough unless someone says I'm good enough. I'm not good enough until someone says I'm of use. I'm not good enough until someone is able to validate the qualities that they see in me. Not even the qualities that I see in myself, the qualities that other people see in me. And this is the twisted mentality that we have in today's society. That we have to earn love. It's seen as this pinnacle of this greatness that everyone must aspire to be loved by someone. When really the most important and most really quintessential form of love is self-love. I know that sounds boring. I know that sounds uninteresting. But that is what love is. Love is slow. Love is patient. Love is kind. It's not this erratic feeling where you've got to constantly chase after it and run after it and beg on your knees, please love me. That's not love. That's not love. And this is something that we need to really, really learn about ourselves. That this love that we want, this validation that we want, this energy of being picked out of the crowd, this energy of wow, I see who you are, I see you. And we have to give that to ourselves. We have to. Because no one else knows you more than you do. No one else has really lived in your shoes other than you. Your parents don't actually know you as much as you think they do, or as much as they think they do. No one does. You know exactly who you are, and you are the only person that can actually love you the way you want to be loved. That's the thing. If you don't love yourself, if you're not able to really validate yourself and be like, wow, okay, look how far I've come. Wow, look at what I've done. Look at who I am. Look at my traits. Look at my, the things I care about. Look at my traits of my character. That is the definition of being able to love yourself. When you actually see yourself for who you are, not when you're just putting on a mask for people. And again, that's something that we all do way too often. We're always masking. We're always trying to appear a certain way, try and prove something to someone. You can't be validated and loved by other people if you're not being your true self. It just won't feel the same. You can put on a mask, you can try and be this perfect person, this perfect image for people and gain validation that way, sure, but it's not going to feel the same. There's a part of you that knows that isn't you. There's a part of you that feels even worse about it because it's like, wow, maybe I'm right, maybe I am unlovable. Because people only love me when I'm pretending to be someone else. Wow. What a feeling that is, to feel like you're only accepted when you're pretending to be someone else. But this is a feeling that you probably know all too well. And it's a feeling that you probably get addicted to as well, because when you're in your isolation, when you're isolated by yourself for so long, you start to crave this almost intangible feeling of someone seeing you, someone noticing you. When really what they're noticing is your projection of yourself based on their perception of who you are, based on whatever the hell they've gone through in their lives. And you can't trust that opinion. That's another thing I've had to learn. I can't trust the opinion of people that know that much of me. And since they know that much of me, why should I value it highly? Why should I walk into a room with my head down, thinking, oh man, I hope people don't, think this about me. I hope people don't, criticize me on this. If I know who I am and I'm comfortable with who I am, the opinion of someone that's known me for that much of my existence means absolutely nothing. Because who are you to really value someone else's opinion over your own? When, if we're being honest, guys, if we're being honest, you only want to get that validation because you don't love yourself. Just sit with that for a second. Sit with that. I'm craving something from you because I believe I can't give it to myself. That is all it is. That is all it is. And once you understand that, I am able to validate myself. I am able to show appreciation for myself. I am able to really understand what I need and provide it to myself. That is when you actually are able to start living the life you want. That's when you walk into a room with your head held high because you know who you are. You know that you deserve to be in these spaces. You know you deserve to take up space. You know you deserve for your voice to be heard. And you always have deserved this. It's not like you did a certain amount of tasks and now you deserve it. You've always deserved it. Maybe there was just something in your life or someone in your life that's told you the opposite. Maybe there was someone in your life that told you, you're too loud. Maybe there was someone in your life that said, your voice is annoying. Maybe someone in your life said that, you're not good enough yet. Maybe someone in your life said that you're never going to be good enough. And what happens is that we stick to these words. These words are very sticky. They get attached to us and they almost become tethered to us. And for so long we'll walk around this world with all these curses that we've become attached to from people that maybe have just said these things as a passing comment, or maybe have had their own demons to fight and they've just lashed out. And now we're carrying around all this pressure and all this weight on ourselves. I think about it like this. I'm sure that you have someone in your life, maybe a parent, maybe a friend, maybe a family member, who when they walk into a room, they've just got that energy about them where you can tell they're just constantly looking for something to nitpick. They're just looking for something to criticize. They're just looking to, for something to say. I can guarantee that person, they don't love themselves. They don't. Because someone who's secure in themselves and loves the person they are doesn't feel the need to criticize others, doesn't feel the need to lash out and ridicule other people. If anything, they want to help you. They see maybe where you're struggling, and they want to help you get to where they are. Someone who's doing better than you is never going to criticize you. They won't. Someone who's really content and happy with themselves is never going to look down on you and say, oh, you should be doing better than that, you should be where I am. If anything, they're going to see where you are and be like, oh wow, I remember when I was like that. I remember what I needed to be told. I remember what I needed to hear. So again, returning back to this idea of needing to be validated by others, this is a topic that has been on my mind since I had a chat with one of my clients, Nick. Shout out to you, Nick. And it's just one of those things where we all get so attached to the opinions of other people. I think it's just the way that we are as humans. We get socialized as kids and we get told things about ourselves, and we learn how to view ourselves in this strange reality, and we get to attach to this story that we're not good enough, this story that people only love us conditionally, this story that we're not worthy of X or Y. And I just had to realize one day, like, if this story isn't serving me, if it's not making my life better, if it's not making me excited about my life, why am I attached to it? Why am I following it? And the reason is because it's comfortable. It's a comfort thing. That is it. It's comfortable to be like, yeah, okay, this is who I am. I do this thing, I don't do this thing. I'm good at that, I'm not good at that. That's so comfortable because you don't have to try things. You don't have to, be brave enough to try and love yourself, because it's very fucking hard. That's something as well people don't say very often, that it's difficult. Loving yourself is difficult in a world that's, that teaches you to hate yourself, that teaches you that you're not good enough, that teaches you that you're not good enough until you have this thing, until you have this amount of money, until you have this house, until you have this relationship. it's actually a fight. Like, you got to battle these systems that are put in place to discredit you and devalue you, because they're simply just there to control you, man. And once you're aware of it, once you're aware of these control systems, the only choice is either you fall in line or you fight against it. And I'm here to fight. And I think you are too if you made it this far.